Let's go!
Go ahead and open up Unity, then make a new project. At the time of this video, use editor version 2019. Rename your project, then create the project. In this tutorial, we'll be using 3 files: UniVRM, VRChat SDK, and VRM to VRChat. For this first part, we'll be using UniVRM. Go ahead and double click on that, then select Import on the next window. And here we'll see 2 new menu items. Use recommended linear. And here we can see that we have new folders added. Next up, we're going to make another folder for our character. Go ahead and drag and drop the files that you need. I only needed 3, the FBX file and the 2 texture files. Automatically, the textures are already embedded onto the character. So just drag and drop your character to the hierarchy table and it'll automatically be centered on the map. Go ahead and press select on the inspector when your model is selected. Then go ahead and select model, and then go ahead and checkmark legacy blend shape normals. And change normals mode to area weighted. Then select apply. Go ahead and select rig and change the animation type to humanoid. Then select apply. You can see that we have a little checkmark on here. That means that we can configure the model. Do you want to save the changes you made? Yes. Click save, or else we'll lose everything. Go ahead and configure your avatar. Here we can see the bones for my character. It looks like almost everything is right, but the chest is not added. It's grayed out. Go ahead and select chest from the hierarchy table on the left, and drag it over to the right where it says body, then chest. Make sure that everything else looks okay to you. It's different for every avatar, so make sure that everything looks right. Scroll down, select apply, then done. Now we're back to the previous menu. From the children of your prefab, go ahead and drag and drop the textures to the appropriate portions of your avatar. This makes it so you can change the shader type. In this case, always start off with VRM, then Mtune. Make sure you apply this to all objects of your avatar, just in case. You can see that our avatar is now a bit pinkish, like a visit from the laundromat. This can be easily fixed by going to the avatar's objects, selecting the drop-down menu of the shader, and shade color would be the culprit of this effect. Just change the shade color to white, or to any other color if you prefer. Make sure you apply this to all objects of your avatar. At this point, I'm pretty much finished with my avatar. Make sure you select your avatar before you select VRM0, then export. Otherwise, you won't get this menu. In this menu, you have to fill out the title, then the version, and the author. I also recommend making a screenshot of your avatar, just so you can distinguish between which ones you want to use. If you just select screenshot, you only get a small speck of your avatar. It's because your camera is too far out. Go ahead and position the camera correctly as to how you see fit. Don't be afraid to change the parameters of the camera too. You want to make sure that you got a good shot of your character. Here I'm changing the field of view so I can zoom in easier without having to clip through. I also adjust the physical location of the camera as well. With all that done, I now have a proper thumbnail of my character. go ahead and fill out the rest of the information about your avatar. Now that we're done with that, go ahead and export your avatar and just go ahead and click on save. The location doesn't matter at this portion, but it will on the next portion. Delete the avatar from the hierarchy and go ahead and select VRM and import from VRM0. Go ahead and select the VRM file, and at this portion, go ahead and make a new folder for your VRM prefab. We're making a new folder here because if we unpack that folder where we already had it at first, that area will be flooded with a whole bunch of other folders that we don't want. This is just for organization. Navigate to the new folder and go ahead and drag and drop the model in that folder to the hierarchy table. Up next, you'll need to go ahead and select your avatar and adjust the first person view offset. Make sure you rest it on top of the face, but not too close, or else you'll be seeing the insides of the avatar. Here we just want to make this quick and easy and go ahead and find the VRM blend shape proxy. The blend shape proxy is how we make our expressions on our avatar. This will help us out a lot later. Before you start messing with the blend shape clips, check out the bottom right hand portion of the window for a little bar that says blend shape. Drag it upwards and you'll see another window of your character. This is the preview window for the blend shape clips. Go ahead and change the blend shapes to however you like, to however you see fit. One thing I should mention is that the neutral blend shape clip will be the default of your avatar. Of course, that would mean that every time you load into a game, your avatar will come out however your neutral blend shape clip looks. So now I'm done with the blend shape clips. Everything looks right from there. What I want to change next is the face bones, or spring bones in this case, for my VRM avatar. This is where we make things wiggle or jiggle whenever we move around. In the hierarchy table, go ahead and select the secondary object, and from the inspector menu, go ahead and press the triangle drop-down menu where it says root bones. I only want 3 things to move around: both ears and the base of my tail. Go ahead and select the base of those bones and go ahead and drag and drop them to the root bones menu. Drop them to the spots where it says element 0, element 1, element 2, and so forth. Once you have all that done, go ahead and select the parents of your avatar and press the play button and move your avatar back and forth just to see how it looks. If you're okay with everything, go ahead and select the VRM0, then export, and everything should be the same as before. Go ahead and select export and save your avatar to a place where you'll be able to easily access it. From then on, we're already done with the VRM avatar. Let's go ahead and test it out with VSeeFace. The conversion is complete. VSeeFace will recognize it properly, and of course that means that other apps will be able to use this VRM file as well.
Let's go!
I had mentioned earlier that we will be using 2 more files, the VRChat SDK as well as the VRM to VRChat file. Go ahead and open up the VRChat SDK first and import it. If you do this in the opposite order, you won't get the expected results. Past that, you would go ahead and open up the VRM to VRChat Unity package. Go ahead and click on Import. You now see 2 new windows pop up. Go ahead and press close on the first one, and just press the X mark on the second one. Messing with that window could potentially make things worse for you, so just exit out of that one. You're expecting to see some new tools on the up left hand corner. Don't get impatient or frustrated. Just get your mouse to click on something that is not Unity, such as your taskbar or any other window, and then click back onto Unity. That will trigger the installer to install the needed tools. We now have the UniGLTF and VRM0 tools. Go ahead and select VRM0, then Imports, and use the VRM avatar that you just made before. Put the avatar on the hierarchy table, and while you have it selected, click on VRM0, then duplicate and convert for VRChat. You'll see a new window pop up. Here you have a whole bunch of settings that you can use. I just want to get my character into VRChat, so what I want to do is just select For Quest, duplicate and convert, make a new folder for the avatar, and save it in there. You can now disregard the old avatar that you had before and mess with the duplicated version. I found that the secondary spring bones weren't really working out for me, so what I did was just delete that portion and added new fizz bones to the armature of my character. Once again, this will be the tail and the 2 ears. I wanted to do a little bit more by adding a bit of a wave effect for my tail, so it's always constantly waving in the air. At this point, it all just came down to personal preferences. After messing with those preferences, I can now go ahead and upload this to VRChat. Go ahead and click on the VRChat SDK and click on Show Control Panel. Go ahead and enter in your username and password, and proceed with uploading your avatar. You can upload custom stuff as long as you've played the game long enough for the trust system. I recommend at least doing some karaoke.
We could just get rid of that.
Excuse you! Before I go ahead and select Build and Publish for Windows, I go ahead and select Switch Build Target to Android. I want my avatar to be visible by both Quest and PC users. So I select Switch Build Target to Android. Apparently the results show that my avatar cannot be published yet, mainly because of the shader type. Which in this case, that would be light map. Which that doesn't make any sense to me since I did get my shader type from the VRChat/mobile shaders. Though, I'm not gonna question it, since I already know by now that standard light actually suits my needs. I make use of standard light's emission shader and use that to have my character mainly unaffected by the world lighting. I didn't care much for the jackets, so I just left it as is. It did take me a while to originally figure out which kind of shader would work in VRChats, so by all means, if you prefer to not have your character affected by the world lighting in Unity, I would just suggest using standard lights. So now at this point, I'm all set and ready to upload my avatar to VRChat. All I have to do is just make sure that everything else is okay, and then build and publish for Android. If by chance your screen seems to be off, go ahead and check out the resolution under your Game tab, and change it to something larger. By then, all you have to do is just build and publish for VRChat. Just to be on the safe side, I drew it for both Android and Windows. I just want to make sure that my avatar can be seen by both sides. So now that we have uploaded our avatar through Unity, go ahead and check it out on VRChat and check to make sure that you'll be able to see it correctly. And there you go. By default, you do have some expressions available on your right hand area. Or for PC users, right shift and then F5, F6, F7, and F8. F4 will be your default. And with all of that done, you finally got your avatars into VRChat. You also have a VRM version, so you can now use it in other apps. So, looks like all that clicking, typing, and other stuff finally paid off. But during this process, you actually did one more thing. And you actually did it at the very beginning. Okay, so if I tell you what to do, you're gonna think that it's really easy. Well, either you have a VR equipment, or you haven't played it yet. But in Neo's VR, all you have to do is drag and drop the FBX file that you made initially, just as you would with any computer application, and Neo's VR is going to show it up. What are you importing? Well, I'm importing a 3D model, of course. So, 3D model? What kind of 3D model? Well, a regular avatar. It's just a basic. And what unit is it in? Auto humanoid height. I'm not going to mess with anything else on here. All set? No, what's in advance? I do not want my avatar to have any special shader. I want it to be unlit. Run import. And of course, my new avatar model is here. Now listen here. This is where things get really complicated. Especially if you're on PC. You know why? Well, go ahead and select Avatar Creator. And of course, you get all this. All you have to do is align the avatar objects with the headset and the controllers. Simple enough. Don't go too fast with this, especially if you're on PC, because it gets really difficult. Use symmetry? I'm okay with that. Show 2 anchors? Not today. Set volume meter? Nope. Set up eyes? Yes. Set up face tracking? No. Protect avatar? Of course. Create. Now we see that he just moved. And he's moving his legs right now, like if he's in space. Now, with your cursor showing up, make sure you left click. And now, equip avatar. And now you have a new avatar. To save your new avatar, go ahead and press escape. Select inventory. Now press the save icon that will be in blue, or second from the right. You now have saved the avatar. Mark it as your favorite, and equip it with the lightning button. And there you have it. Wait, I can't explain why I had so much more energy towards the end of the video, but just roll with it, I guess.
Your last one sound like Elmo having an orgasm. I'm not even lying, bro.